Hi, thank you for watching my video today. I am Beth Ann of Beth Ann Stamps, and today I'm going to be playing with the newest paper pumpkin that came out for March 22, Beyond the Horizon. I really like that Paper Pumpkin now does their boxes in different colors to match what's inside. If you're not familiar with Paper Pumpkin, it's a complete craft kit subscription that comes in the mail every month. You can do a prepaid subscription, you can do a month to month, and they now preview the kit that's coming out, so you can decide to skip or keep it. I've really enjoyed these kits the last couple of years. I think they're wonderful. And each kit comes complete with everything you need to make the cards in that kit. And when you first subscribe, your very first kit will come with a Paper Pumpkin stamp block. I don't know if you can see where that says Paper Pumpkin on there. And it will fit all of the stamps coming out in all of the future Paper Pumpkin kits for you. So you'll get a block. You get a stamping cube in the color for that month's kit. When I first started with Stampin' Up, I was part of Paper Pumpkin, and I've collected all the ink spots. They're wonderful. You get glue dots for your kit. So you have glue. You don't need any other adhesive. You get dimensionals. You get embellishments. In this kit, we have some really cute little gems, iridescence. And this one even came with some papaya ribbon. The instructions also have gotten so much better than they were in the past, at least in my opinion. They come in and they actually will tell you, I love it, they have the photos and glue dots versus using dimensionals to build your card. Each card has its own little section here in color on how to make these. On the back, it'll show you, here's the first, the second, the third card, and the products you'll use. It even gives you a couple alternatives. It tells you this will make 9 cards. It'll have the matching envelopes, and it'll give you the coordinating colors. So that's your complete list there with the finished samples on the front. And then every now and then, they do something that surprises you. Before I get to that, let me show you. These are the stamps for this month. Thinking of you, I'll always be here for you. Congratulations, a little note, thanks, hello, some little chevrons, and a leaf. So, very cute. And then the surprise that they do every now and then is this month, a big thank you. They gave us another stamp set for being a subscriber. This has best wishes, celebrate, time to celebrate, sending you birthday wishes, and some gorgeous flowers. So that's just an extra little kit to say thank you for being a member. And then they'll usually a code you can scan for some alternatives. And then it gives you a preview of the next month. So for April, Change is Beautiful. So it must be having butterflies in it. So celebrate the milestones in your life and in the lives of those you love with this transformative kit. Watch your little baby caterpillars grow and change into bedazzling butterflies and inspire those around you to do the same. Again, a code so you can scan and get a look at that. So what I want to do today, let me move some of this. I did go ahead and make each one of the cards according to the kit. And like I said, they have the matching envelopes. So this one goes with this, just a little note. Thanks. And they are beautiful just on their own, right? And a lot of times I will just make the kits exactly as it says. They're great. I have them in my card stash to send out. You can switch up the sentiments if you want to. But sometimes I do like to try some alternatives. So, and then here's all the die cuts that you get also in that kit. So I started and I thought, you know what? I should just do a video of these. So I'm looking at this card and this envelope. So I decided to pull out some Bumblebee cardstock, which coordinates with this. And I said, okay, what can I do with this, right? So I cut off the bottom of the envelope, trimmed it up to be 4 1/4, and I tore, and then I decided there's enough there to do 2 cards. What if I tear that? Now I have this, and I really like this. I don't know if I like it this way or I like it this way. So I'm going to trim this up, and we're just going to play here and see what we come up with. So I want to trim this on that line. Whoop. Cutting blade, not the scoring blade. And then I'm going to trim off these edges. There we go. There we go. So now look at this. Oh, I want to trim a little more. I trimmed it from the back side where the folds were. Now I really want to get that to where I want it to be and then see what I have here to play with. Okay. I'll just move some of that out of the way. And I want to look at this and say, I do like that. I like it either way, actually. Let's see. Oh, I need to trim this a little more, but maybe I can cover that up. So this is 5 1/4 by a little over 4 1/4. All right, so I'm going to cut it in half here. That's going to be probably 2 and let's go 5/8. I think that's going to be close. My math's not as good as it used to be, but that's okay. All right, so we have these 2 pieces. And then I think we said this was 4 1/4. Well, I'm going to trim it down, to make sure that it's 4 1/4. Hey, I'm making this up as we go. Not sure what we're going to end up with here. But I'm thinking I like this. I'm going to turn this one up because both of these corners have a little bit where the envelope was. But if I take that and put this over top of it, I'm liking that. Okay, so I think we're on a good path there. I can save this for another card. Now, when I look at this, I can come in and I can pull out some of these that they have, but I believe I also saw some leaves here. So let me grab my stamping block. Let me grab some old olive ink. Let's see, I think what we'll do, I'll bring in my stamp pad, and I'm actually going to, oh, I like that. So I'm just going to put some random we're just going to fill up this side a little with those leaves. Okay, so then if I put this back down here, and I have this, I like that. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. I might as well get 2 for 1 while I'm at it, right? And they don't have to be identical. There we go. So Just fill it in however you would like. I think that'll do the same. This one has a few more, and that's okay. There we go. So there's our cards so far. And then we do have some other elements here I think we could pull in. Let's see, I think I'll take both of these. And how about, nope, I don't like the green. All right, so we've played with that. Let's take a look here. I said I had a piece of the envelope left. And of course I said, put it aside and said, well, we'll save that for another card, but maybe I want it for this one, but we'll see. So I'm just going to grab a piece of basic white to do a sentiment on here. All right, so here's some basic white. And I'm going to grab a punch to go with that. And I'm just going to use the everyday label punch. I think this will work. Let me go ahead and punch 2 of these out. See, I always save other paper that I didn't use because there's 2 sides. All right. And I am so I'm going to bring in that Misty. No, I'm going to bring in Bumblebee. And then clean off my other leaf stamp. Put that back. I'm going to bring in the chevron. And I'm going to stamp that off. Whoa. Would help if you put the stamp on the right way. I'm like, why didn't I see any chevrons? Well, I put it on upside down. That's why. So I want to stamp that off. And very lightly in the background. So again, we'll stamp that off. Sometimes I like just the plain white behind the sentiment, but this time I thought it needed a little bit of color on it. And then I think we're going to use Thinking of You. Clean this off. So we'll put Thinking of You on the right way this time. And we're going to do it with some Night of Navy. Here we go. Oh, I like that. Again, this is just no pre-planning here. Oh, that one came out a little crooked. So let me go ahead and grab another one. Punch that out. I have another block here. Let me grab that, put it on the right way. Bumblebee. Okay. And then Thinking of You. See if I can get it straight this time. Here we go. Close enough, maybe? Close enough. Okay. And then, so I'm going to glue these down. I'm going to put this one down first. I pulled out my mini bottle that I filled up in case I wanted to use glue instead of glue dots on some of the embellishments. So we're going to put that one there. And we're going to do the one that we tore the paper on. I'm going to put this one down. Just here. And then I'm going to use those dimensionals to pop up my sentiment. Come on, pop off there. There we go. And there's an alternative. Let me do this one. Just do the same thing. Again, that was that envelope that we cut up. And then part of the envelope that didn't have any of the little chevron styles on it. Give us that little torn look there. We'll take another piece here of that green from the kit. And then we'll so I think it's just fun to play. Oh, just don't want to peel off. So sometimes if I put my nail down in the middle, oh, clumsy this morning, it'll lift up the edge enough for me to peel those off. Throw that away. And there we go. You could add other embellishments. I may go back and do that. I have some Night of Navy or Misty Moonlight gems, but I really like that card for an alternative. And so this gave me 2 extra cards, and I'll still have my 9 cards because I used one of the envelopes, and I can put those other cards in a plain envelope. So this just extended my kit using some of the supplies that I have. So there's that one. Let's see what else we can do. Let's take this card and see what we can do with this card. That is so pretty. Oh, and that's that evening evergreen. Okay. Now, the card for the envelope for this one has that blue. So, if I want to keep these cards, because I really do like these, but I'm just going to, again, go with the envelope. So we were talking about using the envelope this time again, because I really want to keep all of my original cards. I like those and can do something with those. So they can go in plain envelopes, but we can use these to make another card. So I did cut a Misty Moonlight top folding card before I realized that the video had stopped for whatever reason. So that's done. I cut a piece of white, and then I cut the envelope down smaller for that alternative to be that top piece, just as I'm using a DSP. And then decided to go with the flowers, and I decided to fussy cut those out. And this new stamp set that's in here is so nice. It's bigger than the G block, because it's not actually, it's a thank you one, so it doesn't follow the same rules. And the way I did this, it came with the 2-step. So I'll just show you real quick. And I popped apart my, so stamp off, and then lightly stamp. And then I'll clean this one. Oh, there again, I bumped it again. I apologize. And then it has the detailed stamps. So we'll do this full strength. And look how pretty that looks. And then I even used some of those smaller stamps to stamp some bumblebee in the middle. And then I was fussy cutting that out. And I guess you got lucky that my video stopped. You didn't have to sit and watch me fussy cut all of that out. So we'll bring back in the card. Oh, I love that together. Look at that. And that background. Okay, and then I think I'm going to come in here and pull in, I think I like the little reeds. Let's see how this looks behind here. Oh, I like, okay. Or do we like the bigger one? They usually give you extra pieces. I did not count them this time, but I can put something else on the front of the card. I think I like the bigger one. Okay, so we have that. And then also in the cutouts that they gave us, let's see. I think I'm just going to take one of these small ones and see if my birthday wishes are going to fit here. Yes, it will fit just fine on that one. Let me pick up that. And we'll also do this in that Night of Navy. All right, so here we go. I think this is a pretty card. All right, I got to get my head right over top of that. So I'm going to pull it to me so I can line it up a little better. Oop, didn't come out perfectly straight. Let me try that again. Sometimes it's that white on white that's hard to see the outline. Well, it's going to be close enough. All right. I'm also going to go into my embellishments, and I'm going to pull out some baker's twine. I just think this card needs a little bit of that. So I'm going to grab my glue, bigger bottle, and I'm going to glue this down. Come on. Let's try this again. Oh, this is the one that likes to flow way too much. Okay. Now, before I glue this down, I'm going to take some twine and just wrap it around a few times. And kind of a big string there. And I'm going to tie. Let me grab a glue dot. And I'm going to put that glue dot right here where I want that bow to be. And I'm hoping that that will sort of help me hold these all in place while I tie this down. Nothing like having to tie a bow on screen. There we go. Oop, a little too loose. So let me tie a bigger knot to hold that in place. You may be hearing my husband sing in the background. All right. And then you can play with that bow however you like to get it to exactly how you want it to be. So, all right. Again, I'm going to glue this down. All right, and I think this, oh, there we go. And then I can trim the, and then I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop it up on dimensionals. All right, I think we'll hold them where we want them. Do you like to do alternatives with your paper pumpkins if you get them? Let's see. I think I want it this way. And then there's my little birthday wishes. I think I'm going to put that right up here. Again, I'm going to use dimensionals on this. But I'm only going to use it on that side because the other one's going to go right on top of that green leaf. So I'll just put a little dab of glue there. And there we go. Sending birthday wishes. Let me cut a piece for the inside of my card. I want that to be that 5 1/4 by 4. This will go on the inside of this card. And I think I'm also going to come back and I'm going to do that flower again on the inside. Carry that over. I'll stamp it off and I'm going to stamp it in on this side. Okay, I'll clean that off. Bring back in the detailed. And we'll stamp that in full strength. And then we are going to grab the old olive again. And we're going to put a leaf in here. And I think we'll even do the center, since that little bit of a center edge showed there in that corner. I know I had the solid. Just stick it in here. We'll stamp it off. There we go. Oh, isn't that pretty? I don't know. Sending birthday wishes. Time to celebrate. We'll put this on the inside. I have to clean all my stamps off. Okay, we'll grab that Night of Navy again. I'm just going to put it off to the side here. That leaves me room to put a note. I was like, oh, did I put it together upside down? It didn't want to open. So there's our second alternative using an envelope. So I still have my original 9 cards that I can go back and make. And then I realized we were going to put this in here. And I totally forgot. Well, that's all right. I don't think it needs it. It would have added a little, but I think it's good just the way it is also. So there we go. Time to celebrate. So that's 2 alternatives we did. Let's look at the third card that we had. So that was this one. And the third one is this beautiful set. And I think, again, we're just going to go with that envelope. So let's see what we can do with this one. We'll start by cutting apart the envelope. I'm just trimming the 3 sides so that'll fall apart. There we go. We have some white and we have some green, and then I'll take, oh, and let's take this and cut this in half. So this is just about 4 1/8. So we're going to cut this 2 1/8. I'd like to get 2 cards out of this one. There we go. And these are pretty. I'm going to go with basic white this time. And we're going to do 2 cards. We're going to cut this at 5 1/2. And then I'll score them at 4 1/4. Fold this one. I use this bottom corner to get those edges lined up before I press the fold down and burnish that fold. So again, we're going to score this at 4 1/4. And then I'll take it down here to the corner and burnish that edge down. Okay. Okay, so now this is a little shorter, so it will not go all the way across, but that's okay. We can take and mount that on a piece of old olive. So that was about 2 1/8. So we're going to cut this 5 1/2. And then we're going to go 2 3/8. And I'm going to cut 2 of those. And then this should mount right on here. And since we're trimming this, I'm going to make this just a little bit smaller. I'll get it to that exact 5 3/8. So I get that lip all the way around. All right. So now that will fit in there nicely. So I think we can go ahead and glue these down. There we go. So let's see what the leaves, well, I guess they go both ways. So there's really doesn't matter what way you put it on here. Let's put this on the bottom. And I think what I want to do is, all right, stamp set. Do we want these? Or do we want to stamp them? I'm looking for the little stamp set again. Here we go. So I think I'm going to do this again. And this time we're going to do them in, again, old olive. Make this card. Okay. Oh yeah, there we go. Oh, darn and I hate when that happens. Let's see if I can stick my head over it and line it back up. Close enough. I'll fill that in. Okay. Let's find out where this one goes. And then I want to drop just below it. Okay. And then I want a big, let's see, what was the sentence? How about just hello? I think we're going to do a simple hello on these. That way on the inside you can put happy birthday. Move these to this is my piercing mat. And sometimes these stamp better. I have my piercing mat, so we're just going to put a hello right here. I'm just using the piece that I'm going to glue down as an alignment. But I don't want to glue it down yet because if I really mess up stamping this, I can always cut another card base. Okay. So very plain and simple. I'm going to bring back in the leaf. If I can find where I put it. I want to stamp that on the inside. Let's see. Oh, I cleaned it. Oh, nope, not that one. I'm looking for this one. Ah, there it is. I'm just going to put a couple of those on the inside of the card also. There we go. All right. Now all I have to do is glue this down. And so what we've done today is taking the 3 envelopes and made alternative cards. Out of 2 of the envelopes, we got 2 cards each. And out of the 3rd one, we got that 1 card using the new stamp set that's in the kit. And so let me pull these back in. So I will still have the original cards, and I will have 3 of each of these, right? The only difference is because I used the envelopes to make alternatives. Some of these will go in to just a plain envelope. But that'll be that paper pumpkin kit, and you have all the products needed still to make these 9 cards. Then we took this one and we cut up an envelope, and we made these 2 thinking of you. I will go back and put an insert in here and probably take that piece that was left that had a little bit of this in it. Here we go. And probably run that across the bottom or stamp it. Either one, because we do have that stamp. So that was that alternative. Then we took this card, which I loved, and we took that envelope and we made this card from it using the other new stamp set. We stamped this out on basic white and fussy cut it out and then made an alternative to that one. And then for this last one, looking at the envelope, it had the green. It almost looks like a little fern to me. And so now we have that one. And we cut that envelope and we made these 2 very simple hello cards that you could send hello with a thank you note inside or a birthday. So that's this month's kit with some alternatives that we just did on the fly. No pre-planning in this video, so that's why it's a little bit all over the place. But I appreciate you stopping in to watch. I hope you enjoyed these alternatives. And as always, if you do not have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would be happy to be that for you. You can email me. There's information below. Again, a link to, excuse me, to the coordinating blog for this video. Also, please subscribe and give me a thumbs up and hit that notification bell so that you can get notification of future videos when they post. I hope you have an absolutely amazing rest of your week. Thank you. Bye-bye.